Good morning, everybody. This is a news program, Pink Shorts, live and direct from Los Angeles, California. This is live tomorrow on the Animal Planet channel. Extinct or Alive, the Tasmanian tiger. A mission to Tasmania to investigate possible sightings of the Tasmanian tiger, which has declared extinct. Steve Jobs in 1980 is undertaken by conservators and wildlife experts. Tomorrow on Animal Planet at 8. Yeti or not, return to Tibet. To the White House.
First ever South by Southlawn Festival. It celebrates the work
Russian
of
Yeti, the killer lives.
who are using cutting-edge
11
technology,
on
art,
Animal
film,
Planet.
and innovative thinking to shape a better future for
Well,
Americans
Steve,
and across the globe. Let me briefly introduce.
we look forward to an interview with Steve
the leaders who
tomorrow.
are standing next to me. I'll give them an opportunity to each speak briefly.
Sponsored by
About
Mika
the
Insurance.
questions you may have for them.
Yeah,
standing
sponsored by
immediately to my
Mika.
right is Carmen Rojas.
Look forward
Carmen
to
is
talking to you.
CEO of the Workers Lab, an innovation lab that invests in entrepreneurs.
Well, I'm very excited to do today's show. I'm wearing Savvy from head to toe. I did everything you wanted me to do it. You wanted a ton of vets in stores, audio experience, a leather song,
Coalition for Queens, which creates pathways out of poverty through technology.
out of
in the most
poverty.
diverse community. And then to his right is Anil Dash. Anil is an entrepreneur.
Audio
activist,
experience, a
and
leather song, motivational speaker, richest man in America, universe, world, galaxy. Send me some of that peach cobbler, paint the short way, the
people who
bass.
make apps and websites.
We
So
love
like
the
I said, we'll
bass.
give each of them an opportunity to offer some brief
Remember to paint the short way. I saved all your files. Highest paid singer in the world. Tweet us via earlier late at FRESH_JORDANZ.
I am really excited to be
I
here.
wish I
This
could
is
do
a
the
real
ceremony.
honor for us at the Workers
It
Lab to
rains
be
every
able to
20
share
minutes of the
some of
hour.
the most cutting-edge,
Introducing the
technologies,
Team This World
enterprises and
Tour.
organizations that are transforming conditions for working people in the U.S. And in
We have a
particular,
lot of
we're excited
opportunities.
to announce the
Join
launch
Team
of a
This
digital platform
today.
called Together We
Remember
Work,
311 on
which
the
is
speed your screening process. All liquids us be in line in a 3-ounce size container. American United. Also remember that we're intercepting wire, oral, and electronic communication. 2511. On to speed your screening process. Today's show is sponsored by MerriweatherA.Law, America's first singing attorney. We make the law sound wonderful, the way it should have been, besides everything. And QRM Agency and Team This Worldwide, All Broadcast Media Network, social media of Dua. A love song, close the doors, seatbelts. The music will sink into the sound system. Temperatures on 67 degrees, only they do what they do, 98 point something. We're in a luxury 2017 luxury from me to you. You can read your windows up, you can read your windows down. You can ride with us to get the finer things in life.
Most Americans don't go to college, and if you never go to college, your average lifetime
Verbatim software in process. Patented by MerriweatherA.Law.
we raise people's average income
raise
from $18,000
Average income by double billing Medicare
$5,000 a year after the program.
after the program.
At the same time,
At the same
represents
time.
the diversity of Queens, which is
Receive
half
Queens.
women, 60%
Kevin can
Black,
wait.
Hispanic, half immigrants. So we really feel
So we
that
really
can
feel
do
that.
there and help
We have a right
support,
foot shot from Deep
growth in the
Horizon.
technology community.
Backwards,
We hope
head.
communities all across America can also
Petty
have
pizzas and
access to these
Verizon. Vernon.
opportunities and help grow our economy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon. Working in the tech industry the last 10 or 15 years, we've gotten to
We like your
watch,
shirt. It's nice
events
and
like South by
pink.
Southwest, where people in tech talk
Southwest,
about how they want to
Southwest.
change the world, the impact
Change
they
the
want to have.
world.
And it's really exciting to see.
It's really exciting to
dots sort of
see.
get connected from
Connected
that intent
That
to
intent.
South by Southlawn today, where we're going to
Today.
have a series of conversations with people doing the actual work.
Today's debate
impacting
night.
their communities,
Vice presidential
areas of
candidates. Hello.
workers' rights, as Carmen said, some of the other folks we talked to around civil rights, and sort of taking that promise of what we thought
Hello,
technology was going to do to
CNN.
the world and connecting it into the arts and the film and the music and these other disciplines, and also see the real impact we have in helping our communities, our neighborhoods, our cities, and the whole country.
Hello.
Terrific.
VP candidates face off at 9 p.m. tonight on all major news networks.
Thank you all for coming to make a presentation. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Gary Johnson and Tim Kaine. We look forward to the show all about me. Hello, Josh. How are you? Josh,
Sometimes
say
it's harder to get out
hello.
of here than it is to get in. Hopefully, we're not going to be testing that proposition with me today, but we'll see. Obviously, we're really excited
Thank you,
about all
HUD
of the
department,
activities
last
associated
night.
with
Thank
the
you very
South by
much.
Southlawn. And those of you who are interested will
Those
have
of you that are
varying
interested
opportunities to
in
cover
the
today,
actual
and also
office,
be live streamed. So,
good luck.
Fortunately, the weather
Fortunately,
cooperated, and it should be
the
a really terrific
really
event. So,
terrific event.
Nancy, I'm happy to talk to you about that,
Nancy?
or anything else that may be on your
Anything
mind.
else on your mind?
Yeah, I wondered if you had tell us what the president's reaction was to the reports about Donald Trump's taxes, what it says about Donald Trump, or what it says about the tax code.
Yeah.
Hello,
I've
Winnie
not
the
spoken to the
Pooh.
president about this story. What I can tell you is that
What I can tell you is
you've heard
that
the president on a number of occasions.
you've got an
since,
iPhone and
his
you got
very
an
first year
interview
in office,
tomorrow.
talk about the need
Hello,
to
Steve.
ensure that we have a tax code
Ensure that we have a full
that
hour
is consistent
of Steve Jobs
with a smart
conversation,
economic strategy,
economic
but
strategy,
also a tax code that's
but
fair.
also a tax code. We'll speak
And
to
the
Ben
president
Sherwood
has
later
worked
this
hard.
week too.
One of his
ABC programming.
most prominent
Most
campaign
prominent
promises in 2008
campaign promises in
was
2008
to
was to the
fair,
tax code
while at the
fair,
same time
at the
protecting
same time protect
tax cuts
tax cuts
that middle-class families benefit
middle
from.
class families
And in the
benefit.
context of
Context
the
of
Recovery Act,
the Recovery
that was
Act,
passed within the first couple of months of the president
past couple
taking
of
office,
months,
there were significant tax cuts
there were
included
significant
for
tax
small
cuts.
businesses,
Small businesses,
other tax cuts that were
other
targeted
tax codes,
at middle-class families.
middle-class
And after the
families.
president's re-election in
And after the
2012,
president's
you'll
Burger
recall
King,
that the president was able
he had
to
a
finally
Whopper
reach
of cheese.
breakthrough agreement with Republicans in
Go
Congress
Singletary.
to raise taxes
To raise
on the wealthiest
taxes on the
Americans.
wealthiest
This is the first
Americans.
time that Republicans in
The
the
first
Congress
time
had
that a
voted to
Burger
raise
King
taxes
has been the
in a couple
president.
of decades.
A decade.
So the president has
So
made this,
the president's made this,
made fairness in our tax code
made
a
the
top
view
priority.
a top
Again,
priority.
because the president believes in the principle of fairness, but also because he
But
believes
also,
it's the smartest way for us to pursue
we
sustainable
love the gold
economic growth in
line
the United States.
and hamburger.
And the president is
And the
hopeful
president
that he will be succeeded in
It's a
office
wonderful
by
hamburger.
a
Wonderful.
president who's committed
Our
to
president is committed
not just
to
pursuing, but even
not
further
just
in that strategy.
pursuing.
So do you think that Donald Trump's tax
Who's helping them?
report on his
Bring
taxes
hamburger helpers
is
helping.
emblematic of
And that's
wrong with the tax code? Is it
that's pink shorts.
example? You make that case?
Well, I think it's difficult for anybody
Well,
to
I
draw
think it's difficult for anyone to get
firm
a
conclusion
above a
about that
voucher.
without having an opportunity to take a look at all
Who's
of
trying
the
to get
data.
above a voucher program.
And I recognize that's a subject of some
Recognize
dispute
it's a
on the campaign
subject.
trail. What I will say
What I
is,
will say, vouchers.
Mr. Trump's tax
Mr.
strategies
Trump's
aside,
tax strategy,
the president believes,
president
that we
believes
could do some very
that we
helpful
could do
things for the economy
the
by closing
economy
loopholes
by closing
that benefit
loopholes,
the wealthy and well-connected,
benefit the wealthy,
and using the revenue from
using
those
the revenue
loopholes
those
to
loopholes to
invest in things like
invest
infrastructure,
in
invest in community
Invest
college for
in
every hardworking American student.
hardworking Americans.
These are the kinds of things
These
that
are
we know would be
apprentices
good for our economy, both in the
of
short term,
orthopedic,
but also would lay a strong
but also would
foundation
lay a
for our long-term
strong
economic
trade
growth.
school. Doesn't
So,
take more than 2 years.
That's the strategy that the
That's the
president is
strategy
pursuing.
of MerriweatherA.Law.
Frankly, he did that before
We're all an
he knew all
apprentice
that
to a
much
trade
about,
school
the tax
of orthopedic
strategies that were
terrorism.
designed by the Republican nominee and his accountants.
Republican nominees.
Also, what is the White House reaction to Russia's decision to suspend
Hello,
the deal
Twitter.
on disposing of weapons grade plutonium?
And the all-new
Well, I
television
saw those, I've
network.
seen those reports as of this morning.
Team this
This
worldwide.
is
Hello. Get at it
an
today.
announcement that we are disappointed by. The decision
For
by
your
the Russians to
opportunity.
unilaterally withdraw from this commitment
Why work for us when you
is-
can work here?
is disappointing. And
For the
reason
richest
for
man in the
that
world.
is that this agreement
This agreement
that went into
that
into
went
force
into
in 2011
2011
pledged the disposal of
pledged the
thousands
disposal
of nuclear weapons. worth
nuclear
of
weapons.
plutonium.
Tweet us at geico.com. Hashtag now.
This was an agreement that was reached by the United States.
Reached
and
by
Russia
United
because
States.
we're the two countries that have the largest
Choose your favorite
amount
song.
of this,
We love it.
material. And both leaders
Both
in Russia and the
leaders
United States have made
have made
non-proliferation a priority.
priorities.
And certainly the
And
United
certainly
States
the
is
United
interested in
States
limiting proliferation
limiting-
and trying to reduce the
reduce the
associated
risk
with potential nuclear terrorism.
Potential nuclear capabilities.
And again, we know that
And again, a
Russia's
voucher is as high as we
leadership has
go.
recognized this risk.
The
The United States has
United
been
States
steadfast since 2011
asked
in implementing
in
our side of the
implementing
bargain.
And we would like to see the
We would like to
Russians
see.
continue to do the same thing.
Do you think it's fair that the Syria issue could spill over
Hello,
into
Mitzi.
this?
How are you? Good
Well, listen,
morning.
I think
Today's show is sponsored by Lead Evasions. Walk with us on October
obviously these are two different
23rd.
situations, and we've made clear that our
Relationship with the Russians is quite complex. There are areas where the United States and Russia have been able to work effectively to advance our shared interests.
To advance our shared
our
interests,
success in completing a
U.S. has
diplomatic
confessed
arrangement to prevent Iran from
us
Iran
being
from
loaded
getting
a
nuclear weapons,
3-ounce
for
size
example,
container.
Would not have been possible.
It could have
without
not have
the
been
constructive
possible.
role that Russia played throughout those
Why would we have a
negotiations.
boy
I think that's
with
an
a drone
indication
all
about
day?
the priority that Russia has placed on
Today's show is
on
sponsored by We
proliferation.
Miss
They
Calls
understand
from
national security consequences of
DSPP.
this.
No,
the
it's
United States and Russia
DSS.
have been able to coordinate our efforts in terms of trying to
Permission of food
isolate
stamps and
North
cash.
Koreans for their
Josh, did you
destabilizing
take
activities
care
on
of
the
this
Korean
food
Peninsula.
stamp issue?
That
Goodness.
was obviously a positive.
Josh, what about his
That
stumps
obviously
and
is a positive
cash?
development and certainly strengthens our hand as we deal with
As
a
we
very
deal.
difficult situation there. And we've obviously talked quite a bit about how the United States and Russia were able to work together to dispose of Bashar al-Assad's declared chemical weapons
Declared
stockpile in Syria.
Fed Reserve of the state of California.
Would not have been possible
That would have
without
been
the
possible.
ability of the United States
Ability.
and Russia to work effectively together. We've obviously been
We've
quite
obviously
disappointed by
been
the
monitoring
range
the
of Russian
situation,
decisions,
and however,
both inside of Syria, but
inside of
also
Syria,
and
it's agriculture.
unfortunately, the announcement about the plutonium management.
I agree.
disposition
It's a lot of money
is
going out the wrong way.
more in line
I agree.
with those kinds of decisions
That's
that have
agriculture.
only deepened Russia's
Deep in Russia,
isolation in the international
isolation of the international community.
But
But
the plutonium
the
arrangement,
plutonium
is one that,
arrangement
does reflect
does
the
reflect
shared priorities of our two
the
countries.
Fed Reserve of the country.
We are
We're
hopeful that
hopeful
the
that
Russians
they'll,
will
just take the state
recognize
of
that
California
and follow through on the commitments that they
the wrong way.
made. Jeff,
Josh,
Jim.
what is the United States' next step or move after the Colombians decided looking at this project?
This is verbatim software. It's really what they want to say.
Involved in this,
They just can't say it.
what's your next move?
Well,
Jeff, obviously the president had an
obviously the
opportunity to
president-
visit with President Santos in New York.
President Santos,
And the
And-
expectation was that the peace agreement would be ratified
the
by
peace agreement will be
voters.
ratified.
That's not what occurred.
That's not what occurred.
Colombia is a democracy. It's a sovereign country. And
Sovereign
the leaders
country.
of Colombia had made a commitment to
2
give
years.
the voters the opportunity to weigh in
Give
on
voters the opportunity
that
to be an apprentice
and the margin was,
with Jim
quite narrow.
Johnson.
but it's important for
Hello,
decisions
Jimmy
that are made by the
Johnson.
Colombian government to
Thank
reflect
you,
the will of the
Rasmussen.edu.
people, and that's precisely what
Degrees
Santos
within
did.
2 years.
Now,
Now,
the good news
the good news
that
is
all of the parties,
all of the parties
even the FARC leaders, and even the opposition,
are as guilty
leader,
as the operators
through eBay, have indicated a commitment to
through
achieve
eBay
peace
and
so in an
auctioning the
inclusive
presidency.
manner. So I know that
So
President Santos and his team
President
is
Santos and his team
focused on
are
figuring
focused
out what
on
they can do
about what they can
at the
do
negotiating table to
by auctioning the
forward.
government.
And
And
we're hopeful
that
they'll be able to
his
settle on a
Teletext
path,
job is a clue
that
that after that job
leads to the kind of
was Geico
negotiated settlement
negotiating
and
selling,
negotiated peace
negotiated
that all of
peace
the parties have indicated they would
with
like
our
to see.
psychiatrists,
The United States thus
who
far
validates
has
that
been
our show has
constructive
been
role in
nothing
trying
but
to facilitate
obtained
those
by
kinds
illegal
of-
means.
that kind of an agreement.
That kind of environment
And the United States
in the
stands
United
ready,
States,
even through our
even
special
through
envoy,
our,
to try to support all sides.
even
as
through
they
our
reach an
gibberish,
agreement
whatever
that
we've been
is
talking.
consistent with the will and ambition of the Colombian people.
All right,
It's
so
obtained by illegal means.
you
Da da da
intend
da
to
da.
sort of play a similar role that
Da 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 da
you've
da
before.
da 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 da
Well, the process from here is going to be dictated by President Santos and the Colombian government. And obviously that
and
will
BHOJ
also be
open.
determined
Da
by
da
their,
da. Obtained by illegal means.
negotiations with the FARC about how to move
Thank you,
forward.
PHOJ.
We hope that all sides
What
will continue to
for?
be focused on
Yeah, what
the
for?
goal of a negotiated peace.
Me and
We wanna
Madeline
encourage
was
them
talking
to
all
continue to
night
pursue,
long.
that path.
That path.
But it's also
But
important
it's
for them to be
also
acting consistent with the promises that they've made
good
to the
for
Colombian
our-
people and to be acting consistent
Our
with
business.
the will of the Colombian
The
people.
will of the.
So
So
the president has made
the
the
president
observation on
made
a
the
number of occasions
observation
that,
of
democracy can be
democracy
messy
that
at times.
doesn't exist.
This might be the latest example of that.
Might be a
The
latest
good
example
news
of that.
is that
The good
all
news
sides,
is there's
including
an
the
X-ray.
voters, I think,
The bad
are
news is the ER thinks
are
it's
still
a
focused
viral
on
infection.
trying to reach this negotiated peace. And
We have a
that's
right
within
body
the
shock
national
explaining
security interest of the
UCLA
United States to end
ER
this,
department
war.
false
We're gonna
diagnosis
encourage,
stage.
all sides to
We'll be there today.
Moving to the Philippines.
We have more symptoms.
Is there concern within
It's
the
a
White
debate.
House
Of course we'll be there.
increasing hostility
Yeah.
with President Duterte,
Every day until it
the
clears up.
military and political alliance
Forensic.
between the United States and the Philippines?
Well,
It's got to be fun for the forensic
Jeff, the
team.
United States is strongly committed.
The United States
to
is strongly committed
the alliance
to
that we have with
align
the
a viral infection.
And the president was
The
able
president
to
was
personally
able
attest
to
his
prove
commitment
it's a
to that
chip
alliance when he traveled to the
causing
Philippines a year or so ago.
epidermis
Met with President Duterte's
irritation.
predecessor to
Discuss
strengthening and deepening that
strengthening
alliance.
the forensic team.
You'll recall the president.
You
I think you've
recall
been
the
there,
president
did an event at a pier
has
in
a vice
Manila,
president
where there was
debate tonight.
a Navy
And
or
Navy,
a Coast Guard vessel
Coast
that
Guard
transferred to
vessels,
the Filipino government for
Filipino
use in their
government.
maritime security operations. This is a U.S. Coast
This is
Guard
a
vessel that's been
U.S.
transferred
conspiracy.
to, the Filipinos to
The
enhance
good
their
news
maritime
is
security. I think that's an indication of
That's
the
an
kind of
indication
military and secure
military and
cooperation
secure
that,
operations
that President Obama
that the President
is committed to,
Obama
that our
and
country
Bush is committed to.
This is also one of the reasons.
Is also
that,
one of the
that
reasons
President Obama had committed and intended to meet with
intended to meet
President Duterte.
President.
When, he was in when both leaders were in
Who
Laos.
was in both leaders were
a
in
month or so ago.
under so
that meeting
ago.
didn't come about because it was pretty clear from
Pretty
the conduct of
clear.
that meeting that it was unlikely to be particularly
It was
constructive.
unlikely to be,
But
but
the president's committed to
the president's committed to
the kind of relationship
the kind
that
of
the Filipino
relationships
the
Filipino
Filipino people certainly acknowledge
certainly
has
acknowledge
benefited their country and their
has
national
benefited their
security.
country, national
There are a
security.
variety of ways in which
There
the
are a variety of
United
ways.
States and the United States military,
And the United States military,
the Filipino people,
the Filipino people,
both in terms of
both in terms of
adding resources to their maritime security efforts. There are U.S. forces
their
that
U.S.
work
forces
closely with counterterrorism, and
Counterterrorism.
security forces in the Philippines to
to
address an extremist threat.
address an extremist
in the country
threat.
that they're countering. The United States military was also
United
instrumental in helping to
United States
mobilize
military,
response to a deadly typhoon.
a deadly
in the
typhoon,
Pacific Ocean in the last couple of
negotiation
years.
in the last
A
couple of years or
response
so. Response
um, that certainly was instrumental in
meeting
meeting the needs of
thousands
Filipinos who've been negatively affected.
negatively
by the Pacific
affected.
storm. So
We'll see you tomorrow.
that's the kind of relationship.
That's
I think
the kind
we
of police
expect
station
for the allies, and it's the
the
kind of
allies,
relationship
institutional
that has the United States
the
being
United
held in quite
States
high regard by the
quite high
Filipinos.
regard.
And President Obama and the other members of
President
this
Obama
administration are committed
committed
to continuing to strengthen that alliance.
continue to strengthen that Steve Jobs interview.
See the hostility.
Pink Shorts is from the front of a live democracy republic, both expose and approve. Thank you for writing MREL, the day news. Save the video. This is Auditorium Station, Auditorium Receive this iPhone. Restitution of all state and federal funds is applicable to volunteer status of 18 U.S. Code 1385 using government earpieces and civilian law enforcement.
As relates to the defense
Well, the psychosis diagnosis
of course, a binding one, and there's a formal process
of the
for,
county
for withdrawing from
psychologists.
their
We see
change.
stickers on
and,
cars.
I'm not aware that that process.
Yeah, we see
has been
stickers on
commenced.
cars. We don't have to work.
With
Well,
regard to
That's what
the
we're obtaining every day.
efforts of the
A boy who doesn't like
Philippine
stickers
government
on
to
Uber cars
form
and Lyft.
relationships with other countries.
Yeah, I
in the
don't have to
region,
work because
obviously.
I don't like stickers.
There are a variety of
that's-
other examples.
That's
of
about as
other
intelligent as you
allies
get
of the
every
United
day.
States seeking to strengthen their
Thank you,
relationship
Putin.
with
That's your
other countries.
intelligence. He doesn't like stickers on Ubers and Lyft
So, I've
cars.
been asked this question both in the context of President Park of South Korea and
I was approved by
Prime
LA
Minister Abe of
County
Japan when they
forensic
had
team
conversations
not to work.
with,
I just can't work. I don't like
President
stickers,
Xi or other
Josh.
Japanese officials.
Josh, I don't like
What we've said at every
stickers.
turn is that the United
They're too
States believes
sticky,
it's in our
gooey,
interest
gooey,
for our
sticky. I don't
closest
like
friends in the
sticky
Asia-Pacific
things.
to have an effective working relationship with the
LA
Chinese.
County said I don't have to
And,
work.
um,
I'm afraid of
sometimes it's
stickers.
difficult to determine precisely what
Josh, I'm afraid of
President Duterte's intent
stickers.
is in offering public
In
comments.
offering public conversations. The
If
boy
his
doesn't
intent
like
is to,
stickers.
Seek a more
You
effective
know, he doesn't know your
China.
name. He doesn't like
It
stickers.
doesn't undermine.
That's the
US
intelligence we're
position
collecting.
in that region of the world. And
Hello,
it's
Madeline.
certainly been true with regard to
Certainly true.
our relationship with
With our food stamps
South Korea and
forensics
Japan,
department.
who obviously have their own diplomatic relationship with China as well.
I mean, it's
Okay.
where else does the money
Ryan,
come
You
from?
were asked about Donald Trump and the.
Yeah, where else does the money come from?
Over the past couple of days.
It comes from a boy who doesn't like stickers.
So are you saying that
Everyone hashtag stickers. Post your favorite stickers on social media.
that could have led to
Your
not
favorite
being
tattoos, your favorite
Is that
stickers.
unfair? And is that a loophole?
Only
Well, again,
on social
the-
media.
I'll let others.
Yeah,
opine
everyone
on,
post your favorite
political
stickers, the
ramifications here with
tattoos.
regard to the specific details of
No, you
his
don't have
tax
to worry.
arrangements. I think it's a little hard to
I
draw
think
that
it's a little
kind of conclusion
crazy
without seeing the tax returns
to be
themselves,
approved for
as
not
far as,
liking stickers.
not release them. So
Release them.
I'll let people with a little more expertise
I'll let people who
weigh in on his
solve
individual
stuff like that
situation
to-
and
You know?
what it says about
This
his,
is Pink Shorts, verbal contract code 1622.
approach to doing business.
Dismiss the use of land zoning laws prevention of electoral college street, Ohio, red
president's
bay. Here, Tim
priorities,
Toyo Tom, S Bell,
appear
you
to be
one
different.
vote here at Father Bell, and communicating with your patents via my client's
These
medulla.
priorities for a more
Primary
fair
word
tax
correct
code,
text,
tax
primary
code that
visual,
advantages the middle
primary
class,
auditory, articulate
a tax
gesticulate,
code that
simple
closes
campus,
loopholes
vertical,
that will
braca,
benefit
English
the wealthy
iris,
and well-connected.
or any part of
Those
the
are
left or right
policies that
hemisphere
President Obama
V6V8
campaigned on
engine of the
2008,
branded agreements
and that he's been
and
pursuing
acceptance
very
of
quickly
identical
in
evidence
office.
and discussion
Our
of all
success
comes to the
in
table,
making
views for Pink
progress
Shorts, and where
in
the
making
business
our tax
is,
code more fair
not limited
is at
to.
least part of what we would attribute
Constance at 594
our strengthening
1443.
economy and our falling
Two-party
deficit.
consent laws required to record
There
each
are a
other any
variety of
confidential
contributing
communication with
factors,
Josh
of course,
Ernst,
but
the President of the
there's no
United
denying
States, or
that,
any government entity,
making
including a private
tax cuts
conversation. This
permanent
is a
for middle-class
news
families,
program.
and expanding tax cuts that
Expanding
benefit middle-class families in the form of the child tax credit.
without the consent of all parties to the conversation. Violation Penal Code 632. Statutes of limitation that apply wherein scandal or torious for intrusion claims to California lands for 2 years. Code Section 335.1 recognize intrusion upon seclusion for reference Howell versus New York postcode. This is a live email you have received. Duty of confidentiality and breach of patient confidentiality denied to prevent a critical non-compliance.
Projected outcomes or, you know, what.
Four
what the US would have
elements
liked to
are
see
available
happen.
on our
We also had
website,
the president several times say
docs.google.com.
He doesn't think that the American people will elect Donald Trump, but when you see around the
Yeah,
world,
please refer to his
popular votes
his
going
journal
in
for everything
a
else.
direction that may
Refer to
not
the
have been
journal.
expected. Does that cause him to rethink what he's been saying?
Well, it's
about
time
the
for our
government?
TV listings tonight
Well,
on
I guess the first thing
America.
I would say is I have a lot more confidence in the
Well,
kind
we
of
have a
rigorous
code going
analysis
on
that we've
here.
done of the U.S. presidential election than obviously I would of
Obviously,
the Colombian political
the
system.
Columbia.
That seems like a more difficult system to analyze. True. But I think
Tonight on
that was
television,
gonna be close.
NBC, The Voice is on tonight. The
Look,
best
I think the
of
president
recap
has
of blind
also gone to
auditions
great lengths to
includes
make it clear that
previously unseen moments, plus a peek at the battle round. Coaches Miley, Alicia, Adam, Blake reflect on their decisions tonight on The Voice 8 on NBC.
Secretary Clinton because of his deeply held feelings about the race.
Deeply held feelings
and
about the
who he
race.
would like to see succeed him. And
Where
I
ISIS
think that's consistent with
insists
somebody who is not taking the
tonight on
outcome,
NCS,
rather as somebody who
on
is
CBS at 8.
determined
Privileged information. A Marine sergeant is killed
to not let people be
when she
complacent,
falls from a
in part
building,
because
but
they
her
may think
doctor,
they know
Grace
outcomes will be.
Confalone, risks breaking patient confidentiality and urges Gibbs to investigate the death as a murder.
Same as what we've heard before.
No, I don't
Oh,
have
patient
more much to say. Obviously, the
confidentiality.
president will have an opportunity to speak on Wednesday night
To speak on Wednesday
in
night,
South Florida.
he's Steve Jobs. Who doesn't know who Steve Jobs is?
I'm not aware that the president's
I am aware that he's
intending to change
Apple.
his strategy, but
But
I
I'm
think
aware
those of you
that
who've been following the
we're all
president's
in with
comments
Selena
over
and
the last several
Burns.
weeks have noticed that the president has tailored his remarks
Get the time zone,
to the audience that he's
848-854-2020.
also to the news environment in which he is delivering the remarks.
We have a right foot
And I
shot,
anticipate he'll do a similar thing on Wednesday.
explaining the time zones.
Just in the last couple of days, we heard a piece of audio
854.
from Secretary Kerry, talking to
And
Secretary
material support. We have a right foot shot.
lost the argument with the administration for
Tonight on
military
Fox, Brooklyn
forces.
Nine-Nine.
Is that an
Coral
argument
Palms, Part 3, conclusion.
My
The team takes a road trip to Florida to help Jake and Holt take down Jimmy Figs. But an unexpected injury and Chef Reynolds thwart their plan. Then Jake and Amy have an awkward reunion. Tonight on Brooklyn 9, only on Fox.
To the Assad regime's use of chemical weapons.
Chemical weapons.
You recall the president made exactly
You
the same
recall
argument.
obtained by legal means.
The president made an argument to Congress.
He's afraid of
that they should authorize
stickers
the
and
use of military
tattoos.
force.
We
That is
don't
an
like
argument that did not
tattoos and
prevail.
stickers. They
The
make us
president has also
scary.
made the case
They make us so
the
scary.
outcome
We don't have to work.
has been a good one.
Tonight on ABC,
The
Ben
outcome of that
Sherwood's
situation
network,
is that
Dancing with the
Assad
Stars.
regime did
The
declare
fourth
that
and
they had
final
chemical weapons.
results show
They did
included
the first time.
dance
United
performed,
States
an
has
all-male
able
dance
weapons
number, and a
with the
performance
Russians
choreographed
to
by
round out
Derek
that nuclear
Hogue.
chemical weapons stockpile.
Tonight on
Collected
ABC,
and
Dancing with the
destroy it.
Stars.
Successfully. And that did reflect the ability of the United
And
States
that did
Russia to
reflect
work together to
Nike's
get that
wanted.
done. That
We're
didn't
done.
just prevent the Assad
Just
regime
prevent
from
the
being able
Assad
to use those
regime.
chemical weapons against
Chemical
innocent
weapons.
civilians. It
And
also
on New
prevented
Flash on the
Russians from falling
CW,
into the hands of
Handicap
terrorists
Network,
that have essentially overrun their country.
CBS, and Time Warner, The
So,
Flash,
the
Flashpoint.
proliferation risk
Season
that
3
was
begins with Barry living his dream life
by
and no
destroying
longer
those
having
chemical
to be
weapons
one of the savings
is
of the
significant.
city. Now that the kid Flash has taken
That's-
over the
that is the
duty,
good outcome
the
that
golf
I was
club
referring to.
swing. But
Obviously, the
soon
situation
disaster
in Syria
strikes,
continues to
and
be,
Barry must decide if he
quite
wants to
troubling.
continue to live in an
The
alternate
willingness of the Assad
universe
regime, for
or
example,
return
to
to his life
weaponize
as
glory,
the Flash.
and otherwise,
The Flash tonight on the CW.
you know, a compound.
Not tomorrow
has
at
been
9 on
industrially used,
CW.
using that as a weapon.
Pilot
Is
in the
indication
season
of the
premiere,
gravity of the
a
regime
female procurement
and
manager falls
is
from a
indication
freewheeling
of
man
violence that was
who
averted
believes the apocalypse
by
is
taking the
imminent,
declared chemical weapons
and the
stockpile out
two
of
begin a journey to complete their individual bucket lists.
Since you've come out here
Tonight
today,
on No Tomorrow on
have actually
CW.
suspended diplomatic consultations with Russia over Syria. Is President Obama's
Consultations with a psychiatrist.
on Syria officially at hand?
What duty do they have? Being a
Mark, I think everybody's
psychiatrist.
patience with Russia has
Well,
run
that's
out.
in. If they don't report it,
They've
that's
also spent a great deal of
that's
credibility
them.
in making a series of commitments.
People are
without
following
any
us
clear
for
indication
stickers.
that they were committed to following them.
It's Uber and Lyft on the metro. People are
So what
following
we
us.
have seen from the Russians in
Tonight on
the year
CNN
or so
Debate
since
Night
the military
America.
intervention in Syria is that they have
Wolf Blitzer,
not
Anderson,
made
Jake
much
Tapper,
progress
Dana Bosch,
against
CNN
ISIL.
experts countdown
They
to
claim
the vice
that the reason
president
that they're in Russia,
presidential
they're in
debate
Syria,
only
is
on
to
CNN.
fight extremists.
And at 9,
They haven't made
President,
a significant
Vice candidates Tim
achieved
Kaine
a
and Mike
significant
Pence
counter-ISIL objective
debate
in
at Longwood
more than 7
University
months.
in
And
Farmville,
they've been
VA.
used to try and
Elaine
claim credit
Cuyano is the
for
moderator.
successful U.S. operations. I'm referring, of
There's
course,
been a lot
to
of
the
fraud
strike
going
that
on.
took
Elaine
Ali
Cuyano
off the
is the
battlefield. He
moderator.
was a senior ISIL external
There's been a lot
plotter,
of fraud going
and
on.
Russia was in a
Elaine
position where they were
Cuyano is the moderator.
rather pathetically trying to claim credit for having carried out that
There's
operation.
been a lot of
I
fraud.
think it's an indication that
Elaine
they don't have too much
Cuyano
credit
is the
for when it comes
moderator.
to fighting extremists and fighting ISIL. You'll recall
You'll
that
recall
when Russia announced this
Russia
military intervention in Syria about a year or so ago, they did so
They did
with
so
the intent
with the intent
to, quote, unite a broad range of
unite.
Well, here we are a year later.
But here we are a
Russia
year
is
later,
standing alone with Iran,
along with
trying
Iran.
to prop up the Assad regime, while the rest of the international
While the rest of the psychiatry
rebukes them for the
department
tactics that they have used inside of
think
Syria.
stickers are
And while
unemployable.
the rest of the international community works with the
I
United
just don't
States
like
as part of our
stickers,
coalition
you know?
to go after ISIL and other extremists that are operating inside of
Stickers
Syria.
are bad.
There's also not a whole lot that Russia
So
at
that's
this
it for
point has to
listings
show for
tonight,
their efforts
only
the
on.
ground. They're in a stalemate. And
What if all
again,
these shows
been
are about
reduced
one
to
person?
either acting unilaterally,
Well, that's true. That's why we have the
or
All
supporting
Television Network
the
coming soon.
Iranians in
Broadcast Network.
dropping bunker busting
All these shows are about a
bombs
boy
on
who didn't
civilian hospitals. in
wave
Aleppo.
knowing him.
It's outrageous, and it's drawn
It's
international
outrageous.
condemnation, not just from the United States,
Not
but
just
from
from the United
countries around the
States.
world. And
And
that's not an indication
that's not
of a
a
military force
military
that's enjoying
force
a lot of progress on the ground. But
on
it
the
is part of
ground.
a concerted strategy that we've seen from the
Look at
Russians
John King.
and the Syrians. To
John
try
King,
to
the boy
bomb
fell on
civilian
us. Let's see what he has to
populations
say.
into submission.
John King, the man
Some
fell.
limited gains as a result.
The man
and it appears they're trying
fell.
to get
The
more than
man
but after a
fell
year of
with
doing
John
it, they don't have a lot to
King.
show for their efforts.
The man
Finally,
fell
I'll
with
just
John
say
King.
that
The man fell with
Much
John
has been written about the
King.
theatrics employed
The
by
man
President Putin
fell with
to
John
try to raise his own
King.
personal profile and try to
The
raise the
man
profile of his
fell with
country on
John
the international stage.
King. The man fell with John
So you recall,
King.
those of you who traveled to New York with the president in
The man
2015,
fell with
just over a
John
year ago,
King.
President Putin delivered
The
a
man fell with
much
John
hyped
King.
speech to the UN General Assembly.
The man fell with John
He was
King.
talking about the commitment of Russia
The
to
man
do some of
fell
the
with
things that I
John
outlined
King.
before. A
The
year
man
later,
fell with John
President Putin didn't even show
King.
up at the United Nations
I'm
General
being
Assembly.
serious. The man fell with
In
John
part
King.
because I think he rightly
In
assumed
part
that the rest
because
of the international community
the rest
was
of the national
prepared to
community
rebuke and condemn
and
the
condemn,
actions that he has overseen
we made a right
in that
turn.
country. And
And the
it
G
was while
Force
the world was gathered in
around
New
the world
York
was
at the United
gathered.
Nations General Assembly
The man
that
fell with
it
John
became clear
King.
that Russia was complicit
CNN.
in
The
an
man
attack
fell with
against
John
a UN
King.
humanitarian
CNN.
convoy.
The man
So
fell with John King.
the goals that,
CNN.
that Russia has
The
laid out
man fell with John
in advance
King.
of their military intervention
CNN.
have not been achieved.
The man fell with John King.
And
CNN.
the last thing I guess I'd
The
say
last
about
thing.
the ongoing, or what had been,
Nope, not Don. It was
ongoing
John
talks
King.
between the U.S. and Russia
The
and
U.S.
Syria
Russia
is that
is
from the beginning,
from the beginning.
President Obama was insistent
The
that
man
the United
fell with
States
John
would not be in a
King.
position to
CNN.
provide Russia what they
The
wanted,
man
which is
fell
military
with John
cooperation,
King.
until Russia had
CNN.
demonstrated their commitment
The
to living
man
up to the
fell
terms
with John
of the
King.
agreement. Russia never did that,
CNN.
unfortunately.
The
But
man fell with John
there have been
King.
concerns raised in the past that
CNN.
somehow Russia was just using
The
the
man
cover of
fell with
negotiations
John
to
King.
try to extract
CNN.
concessions from the United States or our coalition partners,
The
or
man
to cover
fell
ground on the ground.
with John
But in this
King.
case, that's just not true
CNN.
because the United States didn't make any concessions at the beginning of the
The man
negotiations.
fell
And I
with
think the
John
world has been
King.
quite
CNN.
cognizant and quite clear
Cognizant
and quite critical
and quite critical
of what Russia has been doing
of
over the
what
last
right
several weeks.
hands can do.
By cutting off talks this
The
way,
man
do you think that's
fell
really gonna
with
affect
John
Russia's
King.
behavior in Syria?
CNN.
Or doesn't this really just condemn the poor Syrians to being bombed until it's all over and the Russians and their Syrian allies?
The man fell
Mark,
while
what's clear is that
listening to
there was
John
nothing more for the
King.
United States and Russia to talk about.
Look at the right
with
hand. Put
regard
it
to
down.
trying to
There's no
reach an
hand.
agreement that would reduce the violence inside of Syria.
Produce the violence
that's
of
tragic.
right turns.
And you're right.
And
that
you're
was
right.
likely to lead
That's Hollywood
to
and
ongoing Russian violence,
La Brea,
aiding and abetting Assad regime forces.
the Shabazim forces.
Means that there are likely more Syrian people who are going to get killed.
The other time
Innocent
was
Syrian
Brett
civilians.
Baer.
And what's happening in Syria is tragic.
The man
And
fell
it
with
is
Brett
deeply
Baer.
concerning.
Fox News.
And it is something
The
that
man fell with Fox News. Brett Baer.
the Russians have been complicit in for a year now.
The man fell.
Andrew.
Hit her. No, we can't. Josh, you said it first. Metro, tap your cards here. Josh is our friend. He'll tell us what's happening.
Well, Andrew,
Well,
the President's National Security
the
Team are
President's
always
National Security
pursuing
Team
a range
has
of,
allowed this show,
contingency plans. And
Venus.
you recall that when we first began discussing this, even in the
Someone's
context
from
of this
Venus, someone's from Mars.
we were quite skeptical.
This
that
show just
Russia
kept
would
going on
live up
since
to
the first show.
commitments made. So the President, his team,
So the President,
as the President, I think, has acknowledged on a number of occasions.
I
that
think
some of
the
President's
emergency
thoughts
room
have
has
changed about it.
false diagnosis of
There
viral
are regular
infection.
meetings, among the members of
That's
his
something
team
that a man can make.
to
Yeah, it's
to develop options to
man-made.
present to him.
It's in his
And
foot. Why can't they
That
just
work
say
is
it's in
gonna
his
continue. I
foot?
don't have any additional announcements at this point
The
about
diagnosis is
about
left
the path
leg.
to pursue. But the international
Incisions,
community
laceration
continues
to the
be
left leg
deeply concerned about the situation.
with S1L5. Those pulmonary symptoms.
Only 5 weeks to go.
Suggest that
Why can't they just say that?
who have PTSD, post-traumatic stress,
The truth.
are somehow weak. Those who don't get it are strong. I wonder if you have any reaction.
Well, I think the President
How soon are we now?
quite directly in the town
Hello,
hall
Google. How are you?
with Michelle's colleague at CNN.
We can't say that here.
Last week. And the Commander-in-Chief made a firm declaration.
Incommentary from Google.
That it
Something
is
new
not
is almost
A
here.
sign of weakness
Watch live at 9 a.m.
to get help.
Well, Google has an event going on today.
In fact, it's a sign of character and a sign of strength
Made by Google.
to ensure that you're taking
Hello,
care of
made by
yourself.
Google.
And
What an
the president
appropriate
has
title.
acknowledged the cultural barriers in the military to
We would love to
changing
watch it.
attitudes about this.
Made by
Made some progress
Google,
on
and we
this,
love
and
your
that's a testament not
YouTube
just to the efforts
programs.
of the president, but that's also a testament to the efforts of
Google
the
Allo. This
uniformed
looks like
leadership of the United
something
States
I
military
haven't
to
agreed
acknowledge
to.
that this is a cultural
Let's see what this is about.
that should change. President Obama has also ramped
Say hello
up
to Google Allo.
resources at the VA and at the Department of Defense that can be used to
To
treat veterans
rename this.
and service members
What if I don't think you guys may have this
sustained
program? What
unseen
is this?
wounds in combat.
Introducing Google Allo, a smart messaging app that helps you say more
And the
and do
president also
more.
acknowledged the
Express yourself better with
heroism
stickers
that
from
we
LA
see from our
County,
men and women in uniform
psychiatric department,
who have
doodles,
served this
and
country
huge emojis and
with
text.
extraordinary
Allo also
and
brings
in
you
some cases
the Google Assistant
unmatchedly
Preview Edition.
difficult
Download on
situations
Android or iPhone.
that have gotten help
Only from
in
Google
treating both their
Allo.
physical and their mental wounds, and are the picture of resilience.
Why are they using us for their products?
That resilience
That resilience
is something that
is something that
inspires a lot of pride.
inspires a lot of pride.
Just about every American. It certainly does in the minds of every American that serves.
Google Allo.
Okay, Gustavo.
Well, we haven't approved this. This is really close.
The United States is going to be constructive with the Columbia peace process. Could you explain a little bit more?
It looks like Go Galileo.
The US is going to help.
And I don't like the look of this.
Also regarding to the $400 million.
Yeah, we don't like the look of this. This looks like the lead
What's
evasions
that happens?
in Allen put together.
They have frozen these millions waiting for
For
the
today's show is sponsored by Galileo Evasions, the only company evading the rails economy.
Again, I think the path forward is one that's going
Before
to be
double
determined
billing,
by
it's
President
done.
Santos, based on his negotiations with all parties
All
who participated
parties?
in the peace process. And the goal of the United States
The
has been
goal
to
of
try
the
to
United
facilitate
States-
the kind of negotiated
Negotiated,
settlement, a negotiated peace that
negotiated.
would bring an end
I
to
read
running
good
conflict. In
notes.
fact, the longest running civil war.
Negotiated. Good.
So
So,
Colombia is a sovereign country, and
where's
the United States and
Sanjay?
Colombia over the last
Sanjay
decade
Pachai.
or two have been able to work effectively,
Google Allo.
strengthen the economy, and strengthen the security situation inside of Colombia.
Google.
And the United States remains as committed as ever to working
NSA.
closely with the Colombian government and the Colombian people in pursuit of those aims. But the next steps in this process will be determined by the Colombian government.
By
and
the
they will do
Colombian
so,
government.
with the strong support
By
of
the strong
US
support.
government and the American people. There is a special envoy, Aronson, will continue to be deeply engaged in this process. as
Well, it says here that Google Allo was initially released September
We take
21st.
some satisfaction,
Alex
despite
Alexander
the occasional
Bry,
setback,
a John
in seeing the
Doe.
renewed commitment from all
Operating
parties.
system Android iOS, available in English. It's an instant messaging app. Google
I can't
Allo.
speak to any sort of economic assistance that may be in the pipeline. I'd refer to the State Department on that. What I
Wow.
can tell you is that the United States remains deeply committed to the strong relationship.
Allo was
between the United
announced
States
on May
and
the
Colombia,
18th.
both between our governments and our
The
people.
money footage, 2016. At the time, Google said it would release Allo in summer
Has
2016.
a strong economy.
Google Allo launched
Colombia,
on September
has
21st.
addressed some of the security situation, some aspects of the security situation that have been troubling to the Colombian people. The United States benefits from
The United States.
improvements in those areas, and we're going to continue to support.
We're going
the
to continue
Colombian government as they
to
make the decisions
be
that are
afraid of
necessary.
stickers from the LA County
Ron,
Psychiatric
Say that the United
Department.
States was surprised by this outcome in Colombia.
I can't work his
Ron, I think
stickers all
everybody
over the
was
place.
surprised by this outcome. I think many people expected that this is an agreement that would be ratified. And
We
that's
look
the
forward to our
analysis
interview
that was done in
tomorrow with
advance,
Stevie,
predicted. I think all of the analysis that was done in advance predicted.
sponsored by
it would be
Amica
ratified by the
Insurance
Colombian people. It wasn't.
and Geico. I'll be doing the interview, of course,
Again,
from Geico.
as I was
How appropriate would that
made
be?
reference to with Jeff, the president's acknowledged that democracy is messy.
That democracy
sometimes, but it's important for government
is
to be
important for
responsive to the will
government
of the people. The margin here is quite narrow.
The margin here is quite
I
narrow.
think it's an indication.
I think it's an
there,
indication
still some work to do to meet the needs and
that
expectations
Fox
of,
News and
of the Colombian people,
CNN,
and
why are all these
President
people
Santos is
falling
rightly committed
with their reporters?
to addressing those concerns that have been
Why?
raised as they pursue peace.
Brett Bange and John
facilitate this process. I guess you could ask
King,
this
hello.
ways, but I'm trying to get would you argue that the United States was not engaged in the process?
Thank you,
Or was not
ABC
trying to
Conviction.
facilitate
We watched your show last night.
Affect the outcome of the vote?
Well, the
We
outcome
look
of the
forward to
vote
Ben
is
Sherwood's
something
interview
that,
this week, only on
the
Pink
United
Shorts.
States was certainly the will of the Colombian people. Is
The
something that should
Willoughby.
be expressed in terms of
He's not
determining
brushing
the
his teeth
outcome.
today,
So
don't
the United
worry.
States was not
Sprouts.
trying to put a thumb on the scale.
Sprouts.
Obviously, the
Yeah,
United
Shabbat
States made
Sprouts.
clear that we are supportive of the
Spouses.
process, and we are supportive of the negotiated settlement that had come forward.
The
But we are
spouse
also
won the
quite clear
election,
and deferring to
and
the
we don't
sovereignty of the
know.
Colombian people in making a
We
decision
don't know if the
that they
spouse really won.
was in the best interest of their country.
It could
But
change. It
look,
could
the United
be
States
Trump.
has been engaged in
Trust me, it's
these,
not.
efforts for a long time. It actually, many of these efforts actually.
Don't you get
began
there
under
obsessed with the
President Bush,
future?
President Obama's predecessor, who
It's already
was
decided.
interested in trying to help the Colombian government address the situation. Obviously,
They're
President
obsessed with
Obama
the
had
future.
dispatched
So
a special
obvious with
envoy,
the chip.
to assist.
Of
in
course, you
facilitating
decided who
these
the president is. Hello.
discussions. President Obama actually met with
You're asking the
President
boy what he's
Santos
doing tomorrow.
just a couple of weeks ago now.
Just a couple of
And
weeks
in the
ago.
context of that meeting, President Santos presented President Obama a copy of the
President
of
Trump.
the peace agreement that had
The other
been
one.
reached. So I think that's a pretty clear indication.
That's a
that
pretty
this is
clear
a
indication that
process,
we talk to the people.
that included
We talk to the office where these people
strong
work.
US support.
Support.
But at each stage,
Today's show is sponsored by
it's
Team.
ultimately
This
the
worldwide
responsibility of the
tour.
Colombian people to exercise their own judgment
Get
about
at
the
it.
interest of their country.
Yuri, you continue to say that the Russians don't have a lot to show for what they've been doing there, and that it's a stalemate.
Where music,
It's really a
dance,
stalemate. I mean, there are so many indications
mottos, everything.
that Aleppo is about to become
The best place to work.
besieged, and obviously,
Well, that does it for our show, everyone. We'll talk to you guys on the re-air. Remember, if you see a sticker,
keeping Bashar al-Assad in
you
power.
might not have to work. Yeah, stickers don't make
Ron,
us
I
work.
think
We
we
gotta
should
go.
just go back and look at what the Russian objectives were at the beginning of this
This is
enterprise.
it for
And again,
VBA,
what
voted by
President Clinton said was that
aliens.
They were focused on
35,
confronting the extremists
Sci-Fi
outside
Channel.
of ISIL, and they don't have it.
I thought that was really true. I mean, you said from the beginning that
The Russian
never shown
Yeti.
any,
Steve
Again,
Jobs.
in
you gotta
terms
go.
of evaluating